What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. This topic, the topic for this video, several people have spoke on it today. Gonna release the video on it this morning. Blue Devil just released the video on it. And I want to say this. I say it every time I mention Blue Devil's channel, The Haters World. We don't see eye to eye. But I will say this. I've never in my life been a hater. I don't have that gene. I feel like out of all the Raza content creators out there right now, with the exception of Gunner and I, right? Because we're not on that. I feel like Haters World, he's finally getting it. It clicked. When he's doing his videos, he's trying to be unbiased. He's trying to be down the middle. Where before he used to box himself in, right? And he did a video on Mooseman yesterday. And then he did one today. Just like I'm doing. Now, that said, I just want to talk about, and look, no hate on the No Paperwork podcast. I've never watched an episode. I see clips now and then. But they banned Mooseman. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know who Mooseman was prior to the whole incident. I saw the clip of him when he was on that, what was it, the Tuesday show, whatever it is, when it was him, Spody Face, Adam, Lush, and the other guy from Sacramento that I keep forgetting his name. And he was talking a good one. He don't turn nothing down, and wax fat and 5'5" and all that, 5'5" and all that, right? And then the incident occurred where he came in the room on camera with Wack, and we saw what happened, right? And he did turn it down. He talked about he's got the cops on speed dial. In that video, he said, I'm not one of these Southern Mexican racists. I didn't like that because that's propaganda that's being perpetuated by a lot of people over decades now, right? And it's not helpful when it's said by a Mexican, especially a Mexican that was welcomed. Like, hey, do your thing. Nobody's tripping. And he had the opportunity to do whatever he wants, move around. He's a civilian. He's a non-affiliated civilian. He has nothing to do with gangs, right? And so I was kind of like, damn, this vato is a trip, right? Then I saw a clip of him where he was at No Jumper. Adam was in that room already podcasting with Wack. And he was giggly, all giddy. Like, honestly, it wasn't a very masculine look, man. He was like, I'm going to go in there and he doesn't know and this and that. And then he went in there, and for him to have been, I don't know if he was live streaming or it was a real, I don't know what it was, but for him to be all giggly, hee ha ha, I'm going to go in there and ambush Wack. And then to go in there and look, I don't condone violence. I'm not saying at all that he should have went in there and talked shit, but who he was before he went in and he was recording and who he was in that room were two completely different people. After that, I see a clip of him and he's like walking through a parking lot or something and he's doing this dance, and I mean, look, if Mooseman wants to speak about integrity and critique other podcasters, other creators, he really should take a look in the mirror. As far as the No Paperwork podcast banning him from their platform. Listen, anyone has the right to ban anyone from their own platform for whatever reasons, right? I think we all understand that. I don't understand why it was announced publicly. If those guys felt like, look, what he had to say and how he moved, like they don't agree with it, then you just don't have him on anymore. Because they said no hard feelings, right? They said he in no way represents the North. No, I don't think anybody ever thought of like that was a bad look for the North. I think anybody that knows better knows. At the end of the day, if a guy who's identifying himself as active, whether he's from Southern California or Northern California, and he does something stupid, that's a reflection on him as an individual, not on the North or the South. If you know what time it is, you know what time it is. I do have to say, and this is why I'm making the video. Individuals from the No Paperwork podcast sat down with Adam 22. They went to No Jumper, and I'm sure they'll go again if invited. Adam 22 has made it clear he will call the police. He just got into a whack and told Whack, you ain't gonna do nothing to me, because he's willing to call the cops. And so when I see Raza publicly saying, hey, to another Mexicano, to another Mexican, Chicano, whatever you want to say, you're no longer welcome. Even though we know you're a civilian, you are no longer, we're going to hold you to a higher standard and overlook this dude over here because maybe we can get an opportunity out of him. That is a bad look. Not a bad look for the North, like I just said. Nobody speaks for the North or South. Not nobody on YouTube, not no content creators. That's a fact. And everybody knows that, right? So in no way am I saying that. I just feel like it's a bad look for that podcast. If they would have just come to an agreement, hey, Holmes, you know what? I ain't feeling that shit, man. You know what? I don't want them around. And what do you guys think? And if everybody agreed, hey, nah, Holmes, that was bullshit. Cool. And if he calls, hey, man, can we do something? Nah, you know what, Holmes? Honestly, like, you're cool, but all that shit you pulled, like, we ain't fucking with it. I feel like that was the right way to go about it. I'm just speaking my opinion. They have their own, obviously. But I think in hindsight, down the road, they're going to see that was an error. Especially if they go back to No Jumper. Because people will bring up what Adam has said. They will also bring up allegations, horrible allegations. I don't know if they're true or not, they're allegations, but multiple horrible allegations that have been made against Adam. I just find it so strange, man, that the No Jumper platform, blacks will go at it with blacks because of something that Adam said. Raza will disown Raza because of something that Adam said. But everyone is still welcoming to that platform. I can't wrap my head around that. I really can't. No Paperwork podcast does not need No Jumper. Nobody needs No Jumper. Poetic Flaco has proven, and shout out to him, man. He made that video about Mooseman. The first one, he was calling him, you know, a name I didn't like, and, you know, a lot of people didn't like. And the very next day, he did a video, and he referred to him as the employee. And I think that was smart. But Poetic Flaco was on that. He was building his own thing. He didn't have a lot of traction. Adam pulled him in. Poetic Flaco learned. He saw everything. He studied everything. He's killing it now. This dude, Mooseman, I don't know if he's intelligent enough to study everything as fast as possible and break away from that platform as soon as possible. He's got a buzz right now. He should be trying to do his own thing. The only problem is he wrote a check that his ass couldn't cash. And I didn't expect the dude to go in there and try to get down with Wack. But there was actually nothing in that room, like legitimately, that would have stopped those two men had they really wanted to get down. Or even if one of them really wanted to get down. I do think that Wack looked at Adam as somebody he didn't want to do anything around. And as far as that business, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that's why he didn't really. Man, Wack's a YA baby. Wack's been in situations in YA, not in the joint. There's no in YA. Wack was in situations where he had to go through some people or he had to do some stuff. He knows he could have finessed it, fake handshake, whatever. All right, you know what? It's all good, man. Fake handshake. You know what I'm saying? Like there were things that could have been done, and he didn't do it. And I think, out of respect for Adam, as mad as he was, I don't know, man. The whole thing was dumb. But I just really feel it's not. I don't care for Mooseman. I don't. I feel like he misplayed the whole entire thing. But I think that I just feel like things shouldn't have been aired out publicly. Again, that's their platform. They're gonna deal with it how they feel is right. They have dealt with it how they feel is right. And Mooseman is gonna figure out how to do whatever he's gonna do. I think he has let Adam know that he's willing to do whatever. And in that case, he's kind of like an intelligent Lush. Like Lush has proven himself to be very loyal to Adam. But loyalty is never, ever, ever supposed to be given away blindly. It's supposed to be earned. So I guess we're going to sit back and see what else Mooseman is going to be willing to do to make Adam happy. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.